Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I will tell you about a book that changed my life. The book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it was written by Robert Kiyosaki. But before I tell you what the book is about, let me ask you a question. Do you want to be rich? If you answered yes, then you are not alone. Most people want to be rich, but very few achieve it. Why is that? Is it because they are not smart enough, or hardworking enough, or lucky enough? Or is it because they don't know how money works and how to make money work for them? That's what this book is about. It's about how to think differently, but not the kind of thinking you are used to. It's about how to think like the rich, but not the kind of rich you see on TV. It's about how to think like a millionaire, but not the kind of millionaire you might imagine. You see, Robert Kiyosaki had two dads in his life. One was his real dad, who he called Poor Dad. The other was his best friend's dad, who he called Rich Dad. Both dads were smart and hardworking, but they had very different views on money and life. Poor Dad believed that the only way to be successful was to study hard, get good grades, and find a secure job. Rich Dad believed that the only way to be wealthy was to learn how money works and how to make money work for you. Robert learned a lot from both dads, but he decided to follow Rich Dad's advice. He realized that Poor Dad's way of thinking was keeping him poor, while Rich Dad's way of thinking was making him rich. He learned 6 important lessons from Rich Dad that changed his mindset and his life. In this video, I will share these 6 lessons with you, and I hope they will change your life too. The first lesson is, the rich don't work for money. This might sound strange, but it is true. The rich don't work for money, they make money work for them. What does that mean? It means that the rich don't trade their time for money, like most people do. They don't depend on a paycheck or a salary to pay their bills. They don't let money control them, they control money. They do this by creating assets, which are things that generate income for them, even when they are not working. For example, a business, a book, a song, or a property that produces cash flow. These assets are like money machines that keep making money for them, day and night, rain or shine. The more assets they have, the more money they make and the richer they become. For example, let me tell you a story of how I applied this lesson in my own life. When I was in college, I wanted to earn some extra money. So I got a part-time job at a bookstore. I worked there for a few hours a week, and I got paid a minimum wage. I thought I was smart, because I was earning money while studying. But then I read this book, and I realized I was doing it wrong. I was working for money, not making money work for me. I was trading my time for money, not creating assets. I was making my boss rich, not myself. So I decided to quit my job and start my own business. I used the skills and knowledge I learned in college, and I created a website that offered online courses on various topics. I spent some time and money to create the courses, and then I uploaded them to my website. And then I waited. And guess what? People started to sign up for my courses, and I started to make money. And the best part was, I didn't have to work for it. Once I created the courses, they were there for anyone to buy. Anytime, anywhere. I was making money while I was sleeping, or studying, or hanging out with my friends. I was making money work for me, not working for money. I was creating an asset, not a liability. I was following Rich Dad's advice, not Poor Dad's. And that's how I learned the first lesson. The rich don't work for money. The second lesson is, why teach financial literacy? Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works and how to use it wisely. It is not something that you learn in school, but it is something that you need in life. Without financial literacy, you will always struggle with money. No matter how much you earn, you will always be in debt, always be living paycheck to paycheck. Always be worried about the future. With financial literacy, you will be able to manage your money, save your money, invest your money, and grow your money. You will be able to achieve your financial goals. Whether it is buying a car, a house, or a vacation, you will be able to enjoy your money and have peace of mind. But why don't they teach financial literacy in school? Well, according to Rich Dad, it's because the school system was designed to produce employees, not entrepreneurs. The school system teaches you how to follow instructions, how to memorize facts, how to pass exams, but not how to think for yourself. how to solve problems, how to create value. The school system teaches you how to work for money, but not how to make money work for you. The school system teaches you how to be poor, but not how to be rich. That's why you need to teach yourself financial literacy. And that's why this book is so important. It will teach you the basics of money, such as income, expenses, assets, liabilities, cash flow, and net worth. It will teach you the difference between good debt and bad debt, between saving and investing, between risk and reward. It will teach you how to use money as a tool, not as a goal. It will teach you how to be financially free, not financially dependent. And that's how I learned the second lesson. Why teach financial literacy? The third lesson is, mind your own business. This does not mean that you should be rude or selfish, or ignore other people's problems. It means that you should focus on your own financial situation and not rely on others to take care of you. It means that you should not depend on your job, your boss, your company, or your government to provide for you. It means that you should create your own source of income, your own business, your own asset. It means that you should mind your own business and not someone else's. Why is this important? Because if you don't mind your own business, you will always be at the mercy of others. You will always be vulnerable to changes in the economy, the market, the industry, or the politics. You will always be living in fear, uncertainty, and insecurity. You will always be giving away your power, your freedom, and your happiness. But if you mind your own business, you will be in control of your own destiny. You will be able to adapt to any situation, seize any opportunity, and overcome any challenge. You will be able to create your own value, your own wealth, and your own legacy. You will be able to live with confidence, abundance, and joy. For example, let me tell you another story of how I applied this lesson in my own life. After I graduated from college, I got a job at a big corporation. I thought I was successful because I had a good salary, a nice office, and a prestigious title. I thought I was secure because I had a steady income, a health insurance, and a retirement plan. I thought I was happy because I had a nice car, a nice house, and a nice lifestyle. But then I read this book, and I realized I was wrong. I was not minding my own business. I was minding someone else's. I was not working for myself. I was working for my boss. I was not creating my own asset. I was creating someone else's. I was not building my own wealth. I was building someone else's. So I decided to quit my job and start my own business. I used the experience and connections I gained from my corporate job, and I created a consulting firm that offered services to other businesses. I spent some time and money to market my firm, and then I waited. And guess what? Clients started to hire me, and I started to make money. And the best part was, I didn't have to work for it. Once I created the services, they were there for anyone to hire, anytime, anywhere. I was making money while I was sleeping, or studying, or hanging out with my friends. I was making money work for me, not working for money. I was creating an asset, not a liability. I was following rich dad's advice, not poor dad's. And that's how I learned the third lesson: mind your own business. The fourth lesson is the history of taxes and the power of corporations. Did you know that taxes were not always as high as they are today? Did you know that taxes were originally created to make the rich pay more, but now they make the poor and the middle class pay more? Did you know that corporations are legal entities that can help you reduce your taxes, protect your assets, and increase your income? In this lesson, you will learn how taxes and corporations affect your wealth, and how you can use them to your advantage. But why do taxes exist, and why are they so high? Well, according to Rich Dad, it's because of the government's need for money and the people's demand for services. The government needs money to pay for things like roads, schools, hospitals, and defense. The people want the government to provide them with things like welfare, healthcare, education, and security. The problem is, the government doesn't have enough money to pay for everything. So it has to borrow money or raise taxes or both. And the more the government spends, the more it taxes, and the more it borrows, the more it taxes. But who pays the most taxes and who pays the least? Well, according to Rich Dad, It's not the rich who pay the most taxes, but the poor and the middle class. The rich have ways to avoid paying taxes or to pay less taxes by using the power of corporations. Corporations are legal entities that can own assets, make income, and pay expenses just like individuals. But unlike individuals, corporations can deduct many expenses before paying taxes, such as salaries, rent, travel, entertainment, and depreciation. Corporations can also defer taxes or pay taxes in lower tax brackets by using strategies such as reinvesting profits, splitting income, or moving to tax havens. Corporations can also protect assets from lawsuits, creditors, or ex-spouses by using structures such as trusts, foundations, or limited liability companies. For example, let me tell you another story of how I applied this lesson in my own life. When I started my consulting firm, I didn't register it as a corporation. I registered it as a sole proprietorship. I thought I was saving money because I didn't have to pay any fees or file any paperwork or follow any regulations. But then I read this book and I realized I was losing money because I was paying more taxes and exposing more risks. I was paying taxes on my income and then paying taxes again on my expenses. I was also liable for any lawsuits, debts, or claims that could arise from my business. I was not using the power of corporations, I was ignoring it. So I decided to change my business structure and register it as a corporation. I hired an accountant, a lawyer, and a tax advisor, and I followed their advice. I paid some fees and filed some paperwork and followed some regulations. But then I saved money and protected money and made more money. I was able to deduct many expenses before paying taxes, such as my salary, my rent, my travel, my entertainment, and my depreciation. I was also able to defer taxes or pay taxes in lower tax brackets by reinvesting my profits, splitting my income, or moving to a tax haven. I was also able to protect my assets from lawsuits, creditors, or ex-spouses by using a trust, a foundation, or a limited liability company. And that's how I learned the fourth lesson, the history of taxes and the power of corporations. The fifth lesson is, the rich invent money. This does not mean that the rich print money or counterfeit money or steal money. It means that the rich create money, or more accurately, create value. It means that the rich use their creativity, their imagination, their knowledge, and their skills to solve problems, to create opportunities, to provide solutions, and to offer value. It means that the rich don't wait for money to come to them, they go out and make money happen. They don't see money as a scarce resource. They see money as an abundant resource. They don't see money as a limitation. They see money as a possibility. But how do the rich invent money, and how can you do the same? Well, according to Rich Dad, it's by using a process called the BI triangle. The BI triangle is a model that shows the 8 elements that are needed to create a successful business or a successful asset. The 8 elements are product, legal, systems, communications, cash flow, team, mission, and leadership. The product is what you sell, the legal is what protects you, the systems are what run your business, the communications are what market your business, the cash flow is what finances your business, the team is who supports your business, the mission is why you do your business, and the leadership is who leads your business. By mastering these 8 elements, you can create value and invent money. For example, let me tell you another story of how I applied this lesson in my own life. When I was running my consulting firm, I was doing well, but I wanted to do better. I wanted to create more value and invent more money. So I read this book, and I learned about the BI triangle. I realized that I was focusing too much on the product and not enough on the other elements. I was selling my services, but I was not protecting them, or systemizing them, or marketing them, or financing them, or supporting them, or inspiring them, or leading them. I was not using the BI triangle, I was neglecting it. So I decided to improve my business and apply the BI triangle. I improved my product by adding more features, more benefits, and more quality. I improved my legal by registering trademarks, patents, and contracts. I improved my systems by automating, outsourcing, and delegating. I improved my communications by creating a website, a blog, a podcast, and a newsletter. I improved my cash flow by raising my prices, reducing my costs, and diversifying my income. I improved my team by hiring, training, and rewarding. I improved my mission by defining my vision, my values, and my purpose. I improved my leadership by setting goals, making plans, and taking action. And that's how I learned the fifth lesson: the rich invent money. The sixth and final lesson is, work to learn, don't work for money. This does not mean that you should not work or that you should not get paid. It means that you should not work only for money or only for a job title or only for a resume. It means that you should work for knowledge, for skills, for experience, for wisdom. It means that you should work to learn something new, something valuable, something useful, something that will help you grow as a person and as a professional. It means that you should work to learn, not to earn. But why is this important, and what should you learn? Well, according to Rich Dad, it's important because the world is changing fast, and you need to keep up with it. You need to learn new things, or you will become obsolete. You need to learn new skills, or you will become irrelevant. You need to learn new ways, or you will become stuck. You need to learn, or you will become ignorant. And what should you learn? Well, according to Rich Dad, you should learn anything that will help you become more valuable, more productive, and more creative. You should learn anything that will help you create more assets, more income, and more wealth. You should learn anything that will help you solve more problems, create more opportunities, and provide more solutions. You should learn anything that will help you achieve your financial goals and your life goals. For example, let me tell you another story of how I applied this lesson in my own life. When I quit my corporate job and started my own business, I thought I knew everything I needed to know. I thought I had all the knowledge, all the skills, all the experience, all the wisdom I needed. But then I read this book, and I realized I was wrong. I realized that I had a lot to learn and a lot to improve. I realized that I was working for money, not working to learn. So I decided to change my attitude and work to learn. I decided to learn from the best by reading books, attending seminars, joining masterminds, and hiring mentors. I decided to learn from the worst by studying failures, avoiding mistakes, overcoming challenges, and solving problems. I decided to learn from the different by exploring new fields, trying new things, meeting new people, and traveling to new places. I decided to learn from the same by reviewing my past, reflecting on my present, and planning for my future. And that's how I learned the 6 lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad, the book that changed my life. These lessons are not easy to apply, but they're worth it. They can help you change your mindset, your habits, your actions, and your results. They can help you become rich, not just in money, but in life. But don't just take my word for it. Read the book for yourself and see what it can do for you. You can find the book online, or at your local bookstore, or at your library. It is a short book, but it is packed with wisdom and insights. It is a book that will challenge you, inspire you, and motivate you. It is a book that will make you think and make you act. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Tell me what you think of the book and what you learned from it. Tell me what you are doing to apply the lessons and what results you are getting. Tell me what challenges you are facing and what questions you have. I would love to hear from you and help you on your journey to financial freedom. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified of my next videos. I will be sharing more tips, tricks, and secrets on how to become rich and how to live your best life. I will be reviewing more books, interviewing more experts, and showing you more examples of how I and others are applying the principles of Rich Dad Poor Dad. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!